Hey, what up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're on our new account. New account. Almost done with it. Not like super close. Like we probably have a couple more weeks left, maybe a month max, something like that. I don't know. Somewhere in there. Could be 2 months. Not sure. But getting close to the end of this thing. We are level 578. We are on part 20. I never know like when to end these for real. So we're about to be out of the early game and into the like early mid game. I don't think it's be crazy to like do some of the early mid game, but we can't go on forever. You know, give you the basics, help you along a little bit, and then you kind of we figure. Well, I'll tell you how to like keep it going, but after that, you kind of just start watching my main account and asking questions there, and we can stop with the new account, and I can focus back on my main account. So I've been focusing a lot on this new account, which is taking away from my main account. So eventually I got to go back to my main account. I can't do this forever. I can't do 2 accounts and a YouTube channel all at the same time while playing EverQuest. Like, just ain't going to happen. So, but yeah, first thing I wanted to say, thank you to Sauna for the gifted. Went to Angie. That's cool. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Last stream of the month. Last stream of the month, y'all. Second worst month of the freaking year. We got it. Unless we pull it out of our butts today. But I don't know, man. It's going to be crazy. I don't think so. It's going to be one of those. And then we'll just have to adjust going forward. Just, it sucks. It is what it is, I guess. It's how it is right now. But, I just wanted to start out by saying, you know, just look at the proof on the screen as to, like, hey, should I follow this advice or not? What happens if I do follow this advice to a T? Like, just look at the proof on the screen for real. I got almost 6,000 gems. That's more than my main account has right now. That's like at least very close. I think it's similar. That's a similar amount to my main account right now. I have 6,000 gems on this new account. You might say, well, I want to do this, or I want to do that, and I don't want to do that, or I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that. Well, if you want 6,000 gems, you gotta follow the advice. You know what I mean? We got over 2 million gold, and that's after leveling all of our kingdoms to 10. Every single kingdom is on 10. All the magic kingdoms are in power 5. And every single kingdom's on 10. All the factions are open. You know, 4,000 apiece here. So the kingdoms were 122, it's like 125,000 gold apiece, and there's 38 kingdoms. So, however much that is, what is that? Eight kingdoms is 1,000,000 gold, and then you divide by 38. That's at least, it's around like 5 million gold that I spent on kingdoms. So if you add that, we have like 7 million gold. But anyways, 2 million. Some people don't even have 2.25 million gold. But I would have 7 million if it wasn't for putting all these kingdoms on 10. And then almost 500,000 souls. Almost 500,000 souls here. So just showing you the proof is in the pudding. If you want to follow the advice, you could have these things too. We got some medals up here. You know, not as much as I would like, but we have a medal of Nisha. We have 2 medals of Seasons. We have 3 medals of Guard. We have 3 medals of Yasmin. Well, we don't have a medal of Orpheus yet, or a medal of Anu. We're cruising along. I think we're doing all right. Just having the 3 guards and the 3 Yasmins and 2 Seasons and a Nisha is pretty good. We're cruising along without having to spend hours and hours and hours farming. What else do we got? Just want to show y'all. Archer's almost on 100. We have every class open. Probably don't care about that though. We're in a decent guild. Guild is good. Alfield's Legends. We get to chess level 6 every week. We get most of the guild events done. We get a lot of the tasks done. You know, we at least get all the basic tasks done, which is good. Then we get the purple epic task done pretty much every week at least, which is decent for a good guild, like early good guild. You know, we do pretty good in every guild event, at least getting to stage 12, 13, 14, something like that. So in a good guild as well, on top of all these resources, on top of these medals. And then, if you look at my troops, I have Comathalis, I have Fernax, I have Glacia, I have Leo, I have Rakia, Sagittarian, Tianyi, and I have some good troops as well. Gorgatha, King Gobtruffle. You got Mrs. Crinkle there. She's not good or anything, but I got her from the holiday event. We got Queen Beatrix, who's doing some work right now. Queen Titania, Sir Quentin Hadley, Shagaroth, Katari King, Empress, Foxfire King, Great Worm. Lots of good troops, too. Miraji Queen. Lots of good troops. Lots of decent amount of mythics for this at this point in the game. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mythics. And then we also have, just to show you where we're at this point, we also have the Wand of Stars. So I thought that was pretty cool, just to, show you where we're at as far as if you follow the advice, you could have these things too. You could have the Wand of Stars, you could have 7 mythics, you could have 6,000 gems and 7 million gold and 500,000 souls and be in a good guild and all that stuff too. You could do that too. So just follow along, take the advice, apply it as much as possible. It is a video game. Play it however you want, but try to apply the advice as much as possible. So today, or last time, we finished all the class quests. Y'all can hear me okay, right? Anita's here. Tyrion's here. Sana's here. Sana with the gifted. Last stream of the month. We gotta pull it out of our heinies. Here, I'll double check my audio before I... Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. So, last time we got all of our class quests done. That means every single class is open. We can level every single class. We can go after every single class weapon. All of our kingdoms are done. All the kingdom quests are done. All kingdoms are on 10. All the magic kingdoms are on power 5. That's probably the other thing I should do today. Should probably start thinking about doing power 5 on the other kingdoms. So we did every single kingdom to 10. Or we did the magic kingdoms to 10. And then we did the rest of the kingdoms to 10. And then we did the magic kingdoms to power 5. So now the next step is doing the rest of the kingdoms to power 5. So, it did take a lot of resources to put all those magic kingdoms on power 5. A lot of trait stones, a lot of ingots, a lot of souls. So it might make some orbs. So you do have to kind of take a break in between. You can't just keep doing power 5 on all the kingdoms back to back to back to back to back. You want to focus on your magic kingdoms, and then you kind of just work on your other ones over time as you go. Maybe try to do one a week or a couple a week or something like that maybe. But we'll look at it and see, like, do we even have enough trait stones to do anything? Do we even have, enough orbs or whatever to do anything with kingdom power? But I think that's mostly what we're going to do today. Just show you where we're at, what we're doing, and then we got to get faction quests all the way done so we can be completely out of the early game, have every single quest done forever, and then look at our kingdom power. I think those are the two things we're doing today. Faction quests, trying to get them all the way done. I don't know if I can get them all the way done today, but by Saturday, by the next stream, I should have them pretty close to where we can finish them on Saturday. There's a vault event this weekend. We got a new mythic, so that'll be interesting for the Saturday stream. We'll do our 3rd vault event, and we'll have our 2nd new mythic. See if maybe 3rd new mythic, really. I think there was one when we first started the new account playthrough, but we've been skipping them because they're not super amazing. And we don't have a lot of keys anyway. We need all this other stuff in the game, and how at the beginning of the game you kind of just open all your keys except for event keys and shiny keys. So we've just been doing that. So we don't have a bunch of keys to go after the new mythic because we just open them because we need everything. But yeah, let's just look at our faction quests. Because that's the last thing we got to do before we're out of this super early game. Out of the early game, really. We're about to be into the early mid game, I would say. Once you get all your kingdom quests done, all your world quests done, all your game modes open, all your class quests done, and all your classes open, and all your factions open, and all your faction quests done, I would say you're out of the early game. You're into the early mid game. So we're still in the early game because we still have some faction quests to do. But we're pretty close to being out of the early game. So, let me see how many I got. Let me get out of this. So I did all of these. You can tell if there's like a red circle that I still need to do it. So we got 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Got about 16 more to do. And I've been doing around 3 or 4 a day. So like I said, we should be pretty close to done by Saturday. So that's the main thing I need to do. But of course you got to do all your dailies. This isn't very interesting. It's not like if I do one of these on stream right now, it's not super interesting. It's just a quest and using Queen Beatrix, leveling Archer. Let's get one of them done, and then we'll go maybe look at our kingdom power. And then we'll just play the game normally after that. 2 things for the stream that are specifically for the stream is faction quests and kingdom power. But we also need to play the game normally a little bit, just to show you what you should be doing on a day-to-day basis. But I got double Beatrix now. I gave up on the Leo. I think double Beatrix is better than Immortal Leo with Beatrix. If I had a Venoxia, though, I'd be using Venoxia like in the last new account playthrough. If I had Venoxia, I'd probably put it here or here. Be Beatrix Venoxia. If I could choose, if I had it. But instead, we got double Beatrix, which is pretty good. Nita, we got Roxy. Sean's here. You got the last 2 Sentinels you needed? Nice, good job. That's really good. I still need 1 on my main account. It's one of the hardest things to do in the game, right? Get all the Sentinels? That's crazy. I got the last 2 Sentinels I need. Are you talking about like Underspire Sentinels? Like the 6? You got all of those? That's like really good. Darian said this is where you start. Some focus on Underworld, getting 3 dailies done, maybe on some leveling Renown. Yeah, I think so pretty soon. No, I'm still doing my 3 City of Thieves every day. I think I would start doing the Tuesday faction events is how it's going to go. But I just want to get these faction quests done, and then I'm going to add in the single player events. That's how I'm doing it. So once I'm done with all the quests, which will be Saturday, so next week, you're right. So 1 week from today, I'll be doing the faction event on Tuesday, because I'm going to add in the single player events. That's the thing that's going to take the place of the quests. So you only have so much time in a day. You got to do all your dailies, you got to do all your quests, you got to do this, that. It's only so much time in a day. So right now, what's taking up my extra time after all my dailies is the quests. But those are going to be completely done very soon, and then I need to fill that time with something, and it's going to be single-player events. So next week, I'll be doing the Tuesday faction event, whatever it may be, and then we can work on whatever that faction is. We'll level up its horde to 100, we'll get its quality to 10, but we'll still be doing, on a day-to-day basis, we're still going to be doing City of Thieves, because we need a bunch of Chaos Shards to get our quality to 10 and our horde to 100. You don't want to, like, start working on day-to-day like factions, like leveling them, until you get their horde to 100 and their quality to 10. And the way to do that, in my opinion, you know, of course it's a long haul type of strat, because that's what I do, free-to-play type of strat. But whatever faction event pops up on Tuesday, that's the faction I'm going to work on in the Underworld, you know, previous to it popping up on Tuesday. So I might want to start doing it sooner, actually. Maybe like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I start working on. But I'm still doing City of Thieves as my sigils, my 3 sigils a day, every day, like that type of Underworld stuff. I'm still just going to do City of Thieves, because that's the best way I can get the most Chaos Shards, the easiest, the fastest, to then take those Chaos Shards to whatever faction's going to pop up Tuesday for the faction event. Then I can level that faction's horde level and quality, and then my faction event will be worth more and easier to get all the way done on Tuesday. And then if we happen to have like a weekend faction, I'll do that one next, and then whatever Tuesday one pops up next, and then whatever Tuesday one pops up next. So I'm not going to be doing like my 3 sigils on different factions for quite a while still. I would say I would wait until I have like all the troops and every faction to 100, because you can get quite a bit of renown just by leveling the horde levels to 100. You know, why go around and instead of doing City of Thieves and farming easily on level 20 every day, why go like pick at some other faction with your sigils, your turns, when, you know, you could just be upping their horde level, which is easier. So I'd get all 38 factions to horde level 100, and that's how I would work on my overall renown in the underworld, because that's the easiest one to do. You know, path of least resistance. I'm not going to pick at them one at a time with my 3 sigils a day. But if a faction event pops up, yes, I'm going to be leveling that faction, whatever it is. Its horde level's going to 100, its quality's going to 10. And if there's a weekend one, I'm going to do that too. Horde level 100, quality 10, and then the next week I'm going to do another one, and then it's slowly going to get to where some of them are leveled. But just via faction events, not day to day. That's how I do it anyway. Alright, let's get this faction quest done. This is the main thing I'm doing after I do all my other stuff each day. It's the only like new thing I can show. Other than Kingdom Power, which I'll look at in a sec. Try to show you the new stuff up front. And we'll go back around to how I would play the game. I was just like, you guys are just watching me play today type stuff. Oops. I wish these quests were a little faster. Like, they should go back through them all and like make sure. Sometimes you have to click like too many times just to get into a fight. The story, especially on the kingdom quests, like I hate that. Make you like click on the fight like 2 or 3 times just to fight it. It should just be 1 click. It's annoying. Then you gotta, you know, on a kingdom quest, you're doing 20-something fights, and you gotta double click on every single one of them. I'm not even like paying super attention to the board here. I'm just casting Beatrixes, really. You don't feel like we know we're gonna win, we're not gonna lose. Let's just cast our Beatrixes. So getting these faction quests done allows us to then open chaos portals here, get the troops, and think like, you know, just do the faction. Same thing as getting your kingdom quest done, your class quest done. Something you gotta do. And then I'm also gonna add in some Underspire and PvP. I think first I want to get my single player events going after I get all my quests done. Well, let's see what y'all are saying. Spend a little time extra daily if you can build up some souls and trade stones to get additional kingdom power stats little by little. Yeah, it's like a thing that happens over time. You're not gonna like do 38 kingdoms in one day. You're not going to do even 20 kingdoms in one day. You might not even do 10 kingdoms in one day. But if you can, especially the non-magic kingdoms, after you get your magic kingdoms done, you're going to just pick at them. One a week, maybe even just a couple a month, or you just pick at them, because it's hard to get enough trait stones to trait every single troop in the game, or enough to satisfy kingdom power. And maybe you don't have a mythic in a certain kingdom. You know, you'd have to have 38. I guess you don't need a mythic, but, you know, you need a legendary, so you'd have to have 38 legendaries, 1 from each kingdom. That's why I do the way I do the game, you know, with the factions and the City of Thieves and the getting the troops in the underworld. That way we do have a legendary for each kingdom. That way we can get our kingdom power to 5. Like, it all goes together. It's all purposeful strats for your entire account health, not just because I love the Underspire or something, or I'm the Delve guy. It's all purposeful. We're getting a legendary from every kingdom via doing City of Thieves every day, literally. And then that legendary is what you need a legendary to do your kingdom power. And they're easy to get. Like RNG with keys, you might just keep getting... You might get some legendaries, but you might get one from Midnight, and then one from Volpakia, and then one from Broken Spire, and then one from Midnight, and then another, the same one that you just got from Broken Spire, and then get one from Volpakia, and then you can't just choose to get one from each kingdom, but you can choose to get one from each kingdom if you do the Underworld, the factions, the City of Thieves, the portals. Like, you get one from each kingdom that way, and that satisfies your kingdom power. It's just smart to do it like this. Well, like 100% chances. Like, if you follow this advice, like, you go from A to B to C to D, and it's all for a reason. It's not like, oh, I hope you get this, and I hope you get that, and get a bunch of keys and open a bunch of them so you can get High King Iron Gut. No. It's literally, you can get Rowan, you can get Queen Beatrix, you can get a legendary from every kingdom. It's all purposeful and A to B to C to D. A way that anybody that watches this can do exactly what we're doing. Like, if I got super lucky and got Takshaka really early, and then I was just using Takshaka for everything, that wouldn't help anybody. The stuff that I do, everybody can do, pretty much. The one thing, like the Wand of Stars that I'm using here or there, you could use other weapons. It's not that big of a deal. But if I was using like Takshaka for everything, or some crazy mythic for everything, that'd be different. Like, and the Wand of Stars, I tell you how to get it. You just do the Vault event. Could get unlucky though, I guess. We got a good Gargoyle Gem. They will cause a random ally to gain a random positive status effect. Bad Gargoyle Gems will inflict a random negative status effect on a random enemy. So when you like blow these up, like this is an evil Gargoyle Gem or a bad Gargoyle Gem. So when you blow that up, it gives a random negative status effect to the enemy team. If it's a good Gargoyle Gem, it'll have like blue eyes, I think. If it's a good one, it has blue eyes. If it's a bad one, it has red eyes. The good one just gives you a random positive status effect to your team. So they're kind of cool. Not something you would want to like make a whole team based around, but when they pop up, you might as well blow them up if you can. Well, let's get this quest done just to show you where I'm at here, what I'm doing. These quests done. Alright, that one's done. So I gotta get all these done, so I just do 3 or 4 a day. But let's just play the game well, let's go look at our kingdom power, sorry. I'm all over the place. I can't stream for too long today. We gotta like hit it hard and fast today. If you guys, yeah? You wanna save the month? We had CCR with the super thanks, like, between yesterday's stream and today's stream, so I really appreciate it. I did mention on that stream that if you're watching after the fact, it's still possible to, like, support the channel and me and my family by doing a super thanks, and CCR did a $10 super thanks, so really appreciate it. You're a legend. Thank you so much, CCR. And then Sana with the gifted today. They're trying. But Mrs. Cindy's off today, and she's sick, and everybody's home, so I need to not be streaming for super long. And it's our last stream of the month, man. Dang it. Alright, let's look at our kingdom power. Grab this stuff, because it might have some stuff we could use. So, you know how this goes, right? You do your magic kingdoms to 10. Which are Darkstone, Karakoth, Blighted Lands, Zalkari, and Silverglade. And the way you can double check if they're magic kingdoms, it's right here. It's got the crystal ball. It's a magic kingdom. Level 10 gives you a magic stat. That's why level 10 is important. It's a soft cap. It's harder to do anything. It's harder to get to like level 15. You need 30 purple deeds, 3 imperial deeds. Those are really hard to get. Even though I do have them right now, I could do that. Look at that. I could do one. Probably should do one. Like, why would I not? I just have to pick wisely because you want to make sure your kingdom power... Like, kingdom level comes before kingdom power. So sometimes your kingdom power will ask you to do kingdom level, but your kingdom level will never ask you to do kingdom power. So you always want to do kingdom level first. I think it's pretty safe to do Darkstone. So I might do Darkstone instead of... So if I did this right here, I might not be able to do my kingdom power to the next soft cap because it might ask me to do like something that I can't do, like have this many weapons for Silverglade or have a mythic for Silverglade or something like that. So you want to make sure you can also do your kingdom power before you hit this button. So once I hit this button, I'm using up all my purple deeds and I can't just get them back and do a different magic kingdom. Once you hit this button, they're gone and they're gone forever and you chose this kingdom. So, you know, and Imperial deeds are used for every single kingdom. But let's talk about, so you do magic kingdoms to 10, and then the rest of your kingdoms to 10. And then you do your magic kingdoms to power 5, and then the rest of your kingdoms to power 5. So that's where we're at right now, the rest of our kingdoms to power 5. All of our magic kingdoms are on power 5 as well, which is also a +1 kingdom skill bonus, which is magic. Magic's the most important stat in the game because a lot of troops are based on your magic, like how much damage they do, how much gems they explode. A majority of the good troops in the game use your magic stat. So you want to get your magic stat up first. It's the most important stat. But after that, it's kind of a toss-up between like armor and attack, and then HP is the worst. So let's look at some kingdoms that aren't magic kingdoms. We got Bright Forest here. Upgrade 3 Bright Forest troops to level 10. Let's see what bonus we get. Can go to level. So this is an HP bonus. You kind of want to do those last. HP, like armor at least gives us a boost to our Rowan, and then if we happen to get like Commander Dawnheart or Guard's Avatar or Tesla or something like that, like just for our Rowan, we kind of want that extra armor. Offense is the best defense, and the armor is going towards offense. And then attack is also offense, so offense is the best defense, so you want to do magic first, and then armor and attack, and then HP last. So you only like 100% is magic first, HP last. If you want to do attack second, that's fine. If you want to do armor second, if you use Rowan all the time, that's fine. I'm probably going to do, I don't know, just whatever ones I can, armor and attack. But not Bright Forest. This is an attack stat, so this would be a decent one to do. You got Suncrest. So I don't know exactly. What does it ask us to do? It just asks us to trait stuff. Does it ask us to have a legendary? Isn't that a thing? I know one of them asked us to have a legendary, so we got to make sure we have a legendary here. So that'd be one thing I'd look at. Let's go to, you know, base rarity, Suncrest. I mean, I could just look at my, let's just, hold on. So we know we have legendaries from Stormheim, Blighted Lands, so we could do it this way. Just like, okay, I have a legendary. That's not a legendary, it's a mythic, but you know what I mean. Could do it this way, like, okay, I have a legendary from Zalkari, but that's a Magic Kingdom, we already did that. I have a legendary from Broken Spire. So we can go to Broken Spire and look at its power. We'll look at its level first, make sure it's not HP. Okay, it's HP, so screw that. Okay, next up we got Blackhawk, which is over here. That is attack, so we could do Blackhawk. It doesn't even really matter which kingdom you do, you know? I mean, as long as you have the legendary for it, you could look at like how many troops you have and how many weapons you have and stuff like that, but you should have enough for each kingdom, I would say. For power 5, that's not even, I don't know. Let me read the chat real quick in case you guys are saying something I'm forgetting. Ryan's here, Starla's here. Yeah, getting all the Sentinels is awesome, Roxy. Yeah, some RNG luck, right? Tyrion says, yeah, I focus down one kingdom each week based on Tuesday event. Right. Roxy says, been stuck on 4 for ages, had 3 copies of 2 Sentinels. Tyrion says, they aren't worth rushing, but you can prep. Yep. Roxy said, or Rain says, got Forest of Thorns to level 30 yesterday. Nice. Tyrion says, I'm to the point on alt. I may start going for pure on the weekend faction events, but I'm way past this point as it is 2 to 3 years old now, right? Brian says, what is up, sinners, old and new? Mr. Cool, appreciate that you're still doing Gems of War. Hey, I'm trying, man. I don't know if Gems of War wants me, but I'm still doing it. Starla, hello. Tyrion says, yeah, I would say if not now, depending on shards build up, consider doing 1 to 2 City of Thieves and the rest building up levels slowly, but start with those after you did. Yeah, it's going to be like a little bit later still. Rain says I posted the screenshot on Discord. Nice. If anybody wants to see all the Sentinels, go check out my Discord. Tyrion says I'm running out of shards, but no longer able to just farm City of Thieves. Yoke's here. Tyrion said, noticed yesterday for late game players, Nexus and Hellcraig are now to power level 26, which is insane that they are that high now. Sometimes you gotta hit it hard and fast. Life doesn't always allow long and slow. Get it where you can. Rain says, Kingdom power to 10 requires a mythic. Yeah, I'm just going to power 5 right now. So luckily I don't need a mythic, just a legendary. Tyrion says, another good time to remind, consider buying a weapon or 2 weekly. Yeah. So I'm going to start doing that too. I think I didn't do it this week, but I'm going to start doing that next week. Buying up in the guild event. Right? Now that I have 6,000 gems, like why not buy up to the weapon in the guild event? Starting to do that next week just for reference. So around level 500, 600 is when you would start doing that. It's kind of trying to see when you get certain things and when you start doing certain things. That's what this whole new account playthrough is about. Then, like, I learned certain things too, like, oh, you get an immortal as your first mythic, and then your second mythic's going to be a dragon, and then it's not going to be some random mythic you get off of keys, most likely. And then it's not that bad to get Wand of Stars. That's something I learned. Like, I got Wand of Stars before level 500. Tyrion says, first cycle through each kingdom, maybe the cheap weapons or other useful weapons on second cycle. Beg's here. Good morning. Yeah, you need a bunch. That's why you gotta get every weapon that you see, like, in the, for the guild events at least. And then you have, like, the Tuesday faction events, another weapon. So on Monday, the guild event gives you a weapon. On Tuesday, the faction event gives you a weapon. And then in the Soul Forge, you can get a weapon. And, like, you're getting at least 3 weapons a week for that kingdom, right? And then, like, the next time that kingdom comes around, you know, there's probably another weapon for the guild event, and then there's another one you can get in the Soul Forge. So now you got 5 weapons from that kingdom, like 5 extra weapons on top of, like, class weapons and mastery weapons and just other random weapons that you've been getting. Because eventually you will need a certain amount of weapons to do your kingdom power. So that's why, it's another reason why you get the weapon in the guild event, and you get the weapon in the Tuesday faction event, and you get like 1 weapon for collection purposes in the Soul Forge. Another reason. Like, I don't always even say all the reasons why you do the things that I advise, you know? Sauna's been a member for 33 months. You made it. How you feeling? Hopefully you got some medicine or something. But let's try to do this one. Why not? So upgrade 3 Blackhawk troops to level 10. Did I checked the stat, right? It's an attack stat, so that's fine. Let's see if we can do one right now. Upgrade 3 Blackhawk troops to level 10. And knowing from doing our Magic Kingdoms, we know that we're going to just have to upgrade them to level 15 anyway. So we might as well do 2 more to level 15. So we do base rarity. We want to do our commons because they're the cheapest. So we'll level them up to 15. We'll do 2 right now. We're just going to do what it asks us to do, except for we're going to 15 instead of 10 or whatever, because we know we're going to have to do that later. Alright, that should have satisfied it. Okay, now we're on power 2. Blackhawk. We know we have a legendary in Blackhawk, and Blackhawk's an attack stat. That's why we chose Blackhawk. Now, we could have chose a bunch of other kingdoms, but there's a bunch of kingdoms we shouldn't have chose. Like, we don't choose a HP kingdom, and don't choose a kingdom where you don't have the legendary yet. And if you want to do a kingdom and you don't have the legendary, go get it via the underworld. Unlock 3, like with our Silverglade, we needed a legendary to finish up our last Magic Kingdom, which was Silverglade, to get it to Power 5. We did not have a legendary there, and it was stopping us from getting to Power 5. So I went to Silver Necropolis, the associated faction, the Underworld, the Delves, and I got Vanya, and now I was able to get my magic stat. Unlock 3 traits on 4 Blackhawk troops. So we want to... This is probably where I'm going to struggle, is trait stones. I'm guessing. Alright, so we want to do commons again. So they're the easier. They got like the easiest trait stones. And we have enough for this one. Let's do it. I mean, I might have looked ahead a little more. Made sure I have enough. Alright, we can do this one. We got 6. We got a vault event this weekend, so it probably would have been smarter to be trying to do this next week after we get way more trait stones, but I didn't know what else to do on this stream today, for real. Faction quests and Kingdom Power was the two ideas I came up with. And we can do this one too. Their orbs aren't like super, you know? We just did our Magic Kingdom, so our orbs aren't great right now. But I just want to see if I can do a kingdom or two. I'm not trying to do like 10 or 20. I'm just trying to do 1 or 2 right now. Alright, what do we got to do? One more. Oops. Base rarity. I think this is a good thing to watch, you know? Just to see how I do this. So you guys can do it. Or get the pirate. And we can do it. So we satisfied that power level. It's going to get harder and harder, though. Power level 3. Alright, upgrade 5 Blackhawk troops to level 15. We got to do 2 more. And you can look at other, like, if you think you're going to use Captain McCall, you could level him. He's level 18, though. But if there's troops that you might use, like Shocktopus, you could level them based on, like, troops you think you're going to use, too. It's either, like, the lowest rarity, so it costs the least, or troops you think you might use. Those are the ones you should level. So I'll just level Shocktopus here. Just do 15 for now, until you actually do use them. What do I need? Like 1 more? I'm dumb, I forget. 1 more. And we got Captain McCall, got Shocktopus. Let's just do the lowest level. Hammerhead. This is why you don't just level every troop that you get as you get it. Because you're going to have no souls then. You're just like shotgunning random troops from random kingdoms that way. This way we're like focusing and getting a stat. Okay, 1 more. Can I get it? I'm not 100% sure. Can we get power level 5? Get a stat. Fully upgrade a weapon from Blackhawk. Alright, Bronze Lock Pistol would be cool. Got 208. Let's do it. We got our weapon. Unlock 3 traits on 7 Blackhawk troops. So this is like the hardest one, I would say. You gotta have 7 troops fully traded. But, once again, I'm not going to go out of my way to farm trait stones just for this. Just to get this one little stat. So I'm going to, you know, collect them as I play the game normally and do vault events super hard. And, you know, maybe buy some trait stones in the glory shop if I'm going to buy them anywhere. But I don't really farm them. I haven't farmed at all yet. Let's see what we can do. We got to do like, what, 3 more? Might be tough. The parrot. Can't do it. Uh-oh. Narwhale. Can do a narwhale. Let's do it. I don't even know, is this like a actually good time to be doing Kingdom Power for real? Like, I guess it is, because I have my teams right now. I don't need to like trade anything for real. I got a Rowan team, I got a Queen Beatrix team, I got a Truffle Shuffle team, I got Wanda Stars. Like, that pretty much covers a lot of my bases right now. And then if I have like a guild event or a certain restriction, like I just do what I can do right at the moment. I'm not trying to get first place or anything like that. So I think we're good to be doing this for at least like 1 or 2 a week. Don't try to like force a bunch of them all at the same time. Magic Kingdom's different because you're getting a really important stat, but these like attack and armor and HP stats, just as you in a couple a week, it's fine. And we got this guy. All right, one more. And we get another stat for our entire account. Dead Parrot. And we can do it. So now we have a whole nother attack stat for our whole account. Everywhere we go, every other city we go, every other video, we get more attack. +1 kingdom skill bonus, bang. So there's no point of going to 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, next time we touch Blackhawk, we're going to be trying to go to 10. Which wouldn't even be until after we do all of our Magic Kingdoms. So let me see if I can do like one more, maybe, just to see where we're at. I just want to see how many I can do almost, just to see what you would, how many you'd be able to do. I don't know. Let's look at our next legendary. So we did Blackhawk. Let's look at Whitehelm. Is Whitehelm HP? Whitehelm, Pride Lands, Leonis Empire. And Whitehelm would be good because it's our home kingdom. I don't know if that matters, but it's a armor kingdom, so that's fine. See if we can do Whitehelm. Upgrade 3 Whitehelm troops to level 10. So we'll do a couple to 15. Base rarity. Let's go to commons. Level up. 15. Boom. Penitent. Level up. 15. Boom. Alright, satisfied that. Power 2, Whitehelm. Alright, next up, unlock 3 traits on 4 Whitehelm troops. We gotta do 3 of them. We really gotta do 7. We already know we gotta do 7. But I'll just do 3 of them right now. So let's go all the way down. Let's see if we can do her. Yes. Oop. Penitent. Can we do Penitent? Yes. Boom. One more. Virtue. Yes. Nice. Alright, we got that. And if you just end up being short, you could... Let's say we don't have enough trait stones to get this to power 5. We just remember that we were working on Whitehelm the next time we check on our Kingdom Power. Or you could even like remember what trait stone you needed and maybe go for it, but... I would just stop at that point. I wouldn't go farm, explore, or something. I would just stop and wait a week or 2 and then try again. Maybe after like a vault event. Upgrade 5 Whitehelm troops to level 15. We gotta do 2 more. I think there's just more important things to be doing than farming most times. Unless you're playing the game like 5 hours a day, then go ahead. 15. I already forgot how many it said, so do another one. There we go. Power level 4, one more, can we get it? How many kingdoms can we get to power 5? Alright, we gotta upgrade a weapon. We got 163 of these. You choose like the one you have the most of. Okay, they're both the same. Except for this guy. 66, and it only takes 15. I think I'm gonna do that. That'll be my weapon. Right now, 3 more troops fully traded. I swear that's the thing that you can stop doing first, is trading 7 troops from a kingdom. Alright, what's next? Templar. We can do it. There are 2 more? Sister Superior's a good one. We will need fully traded one day. But we can't do it. It's almost... I'm not going to orbit, but... Okay, we can't do Sister Superior right now. No big deal. We'll get her later. Do this one. So this is like you're getting more stats for your current teams, like your Rowan team, your Queen Beatrix team, your Truffle Shuffle team, instead of like just leveling random troops up or trading random troops. Like we're getting more overall stats for the teams we're currently using is what we're doing. Like really good teams are already using, instead of like, oh, one day I'm going to make a team out of this lady. Can't do him. Oh. Oh no. We gonna be able to do one more? Yes. Dang. We did 2 kingdoms. Power 5 got some more stats. They're not like game-breaking stats, but we're... Eventually you want all of them. And, yeah. Might as well. Alright, let's try to do one more kingdom. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it because of the trait stones, but... Let's try to do one more kingdom, maybe. And then we'll stop there, and then we'll just play normally. Alright, what do we got next? What did I say? Pride Lands, Leonis Empire, Suncrest. Pride Lands, I think, is attack, maybe? Yep. Alright, we'll try to do this last one. Yeah, Happy New Year, Jets! Yeah, I could get that Angry Mob from the Summoning Stones, like you said. If I don't have it, maybe. Oh, I could show the faction event, you're right. I think I'm gonna wait till next week, though. Feel like crap, but breathing's easier. Mrs. Senny's not feeling well either. She's got like her throat's sore, headache. I'm hoping I don't get sick. But that's a good idea, Tyrion. I could show single player events that we haven't done yet. Like, you know, Saturday we're gonna be finishing our faction quests. What's the event this week? That's Vault event, huh? So yeah, that'll be our thing next Tuesday, though. I'm going to save it for next Tuesday. Be the first time we do a single-player event. Be a good title for the video. Yeah, I've been doing... Yeah, you're right. I probably should be, but I want people to focus on getting their quests done. So if they have all their quests done, yeah, more power to you. Go do the single-player event. I just feel like it takes you like an hour or 2 to get all your dailies done and do as many quests as you should be doing. That you don't have time for a single player event yet, but we're really close. We're super close. We're splitting hairs here. We're talking about doing something that we're about to do next week anyway, so. Start with lowest rarity, and if you have time, you could farm a little. Maybe. I'm not, though. All the Tyrion strats is like if you're gonna play 3-4 hours a day, which some people do. A lot of my strats are if you're playing 1 or 2 hours a day. Angry mob. Alright, Jets, have a good one. Okay, we'll try to do one more kingdom. Upgrade 3 Pride Lands troops to level 10. So 2 more to 15 here. Just kind of showing how many you can do without farming at all. I have all my magic kingdoms done. I have every kingdom on level 10. Like, now I'm working on power 5. I don't think we can do this one, right? Oh, we can. I use Troubadour sometimes too, so that's good. Oh, I did Trait Stone. I'm dumb. Got a level. Oh well, that's fine. We'll need it later. I got thinking about Trait Stones. Okay, power 2 Pride Lance. Three traits. We need to do 3. Dang, we got to do a total of 6 troops. I don't know if we have enough trait stones for that. Alright. Sun Sail. We can't. Pride Hunter. I might want to see if I can even do it. Okay, I can do 1. Before I invest these trait stones into this kingdom, I might want to see if I can even do 7. Because if I can't, then I might as well save the trait stones in case like a troop comes up that I need to trade, or I don't know. We're not like too deep into this kingdom where I couldn't switch to a different kingdom. Okay, we can do this one. I already forgot. I did this one, so 1. Nope. 2. Just thinking ahead. 3. Why do I keep doing that? Nope. 4. 'Nope. 5. Just need 2 more. 6. Probably, you know, like, it's not taking them out of my thing. Oh, nope. Just like being very careful and double checking. I can do 7, but it's getting very close. So this will be the last one I do. But, let's do it. 3 more. Might as well do 7, but anyway. Alright, let's get this one done. And then I'll tell you what I would have did today. I don't know how long we've been streaming. Let's see. Almost an hour already, so yeah, I might just have to tell you what I would have did today instead of show you. I mean, I've showed you everything before, though. It's not like I'm holding out on you or something. Might have to end the stream pretty soon. Just the 5 from Sauna. Mrs. Cindy not feeling well and all the kids being home and stuff, you know? Alright. I told her if y'all was going crazy, I'd have to stream longer, but I would get out of here if not. It's pretty much always how it is anyway, you guys know. I'm not gonna leave if y'all are going crazy. Alright, here we go. Come on, dum-dum. Oh my gosh, I'm clicking on all the wrong stuff. Okay, Bandit's a good one to do, because Bandit gets summoned sometimes. Oh no, I shouldn't have did Bandit, right? Or no, you can't do that anymore, huh? That was a thing that you used to be able to do. I mean, I probably shouldn't have did bandit, right? You don't want it to be stealthy. Well, that's a mistake you can make and never take back. But it's not that big of a deal these days in this game at the moment. That used to be a thing. It's still like the reason you don't want to like fully trait bandit is because it gets summoned in, and then you want it to be able to be targeted. You don't want it to be stealthy. That way they have to hit the bandit. So like the way that the bandit thing works is like you have your hero with a certain class where you're stealthy and you can summon a bandit. So then if you lose your first slot, you summon the bandit. The bandit's not stealthy, so they have to kill the bandit before they can touch your hero. And then while that's happening, you just summon another bandit. Then they have to take out the bandit before they touch your hero. And then while that's happening, you just summon another bandit. Then they have to take out the bandit before they touch your hero. It's one of those things. But I'm not playing this account forever anyway to where I would have... But it's just something to mention. On your account, maybe don't fully trait bandit. You can trade it to greedy, but maybe leave the stealthy off. It's not even really a thing anymore, for real. It was like an old strat from back in the day, but it's still... I guess if you think about it, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But if you happen to think about it at the time, if you heard this and you remember this and you're like, oh yeah, he said not to fully trait bandit, I guess don't do it. Just do to greedy. But if you accidentally fully trait bandit like I just did, like, it's really not that big of a deal these days. But it is a thing. Like a super meta min-max strat that, you know, won't even come in handy very often, but technically would be the smartest thing to do type of deal. I just forgot. It's all good. Not that bummed out about it. I'm not playing this account much longer anyway. I'm hoping we get enough diamonds to... We wonder how many diamonds we got. We might be able to craft our first mythic, but we're not going to like just craft as soon as we get 4,000 either. We got to wait till there's a good one. So I'm hoping that happens on this. We should probably do that before I stop playing this account. Like, craft a mythic in the Soul Forge. Alright, come on, man. Can't do that one, right? Can do this one. Keep getting off track. Clicking the wrong stuff, getting off track, talking about other things. There we go. Alright. 2 more to 15. $15. There we go. Level up. 15. Juan. Gonzalez. Well, this guy's already on 12, so... Or what? There we go. One more, and we get another. So we got 3 stats today. I think 2 magic and an armor. He's got to upgrade a weapon. Rope dart would be good. It's a good weapon, so might as well. Surprised I didn't already have that done. I guess I didn't use rope dart. This is it. The first week... You know how I said you should craft 1 weapon a week in the Soul Forge? I did Norbert's Turnip, then I did Rope Dart, and I gotta do... I don't know what I did after that, but I gotta do one this week too. Just craft 1 weapon, like the best weapon. It goes back to what we were saying earlier about weapons. 3 more. And then I'll tell you what I would have done today, so you know what you should be doing, and then I'm gonna get out of here, most likely. Alright, 3 more is here. Can't do it. Can do it. Okay, 2 more. Maybe click on that one twice for some reason, like froze. Oops. Can't do it. I should remember this, but I don't. There it is. Some of these are good too, you know. Got Firestorm, we got a 50% start. There we go, another stat. So you just work on those over time. No big deal if you can't, especially these kingdoms. Like, you're just trying to get to a soft cap and you're doing it over time, over a long haul, like months. Something you're working on. You're chipping away at. It's probably the best way to say it. We're chipping away at these kingdoms now. So just giving us, like, attack, HP, and armor. And we already got the magic, was the most important. Hey, whoa, what the heck happened there? Oh my gosh, Cat with the hundo. Jeez Louise. Appreciate that. Wow. Happy. For sure, that's a freaking legendary. That takes us, you know, you fix a tire all by yourself. We were on the side of the road with the flat tire. You just pumped it up, put it on, lifted the train, threw it on there. Sauna was helping. And you did a burnout, threw down the pimp juice, did a burnout. We got the fart can, the spoiler, the sticker on the side, all that good stuff. We're cruising. We go down the road, go to the zoo, go to the amusement park, get on the train there, slowly go around, look at the dog that looks like a bear and the horse that's painted like a zebra. You know, cruising. Get out there, zombie attack. Oh no. Got a powerbomb one out the window. Big bicep bodyguard, conductor, engineer, Marty McFly, helicopter. Got a bazooka, shooting it down. On the back, kicking people off. Running them over. In the middle of the road, coming up to a jump. Can we make it off the jump? I don't know. We're at the end of the story now. It's the end of the month. But we made it to the jump, dude. Can we jump and make it to the other side? I don't know yet, but we got lots of... We're cruising. I don't know if we're going to make the jump, though. I don't know. Clotheslining them, freaking Marty McFlying on the side, bazookaing down helicopters, hillbillies getting their cheeks clapped off the back. Got Tango and Cash SUV in the front. Cat just did all that. Plus everybody else all month, obviously. Thank you so much. That's crazy. Appreciate it. Yeah. No voice? No problem, mate. Thanks for watching. Appreciate that. Legendary. Super appreciate it. Helps me and my family. Lights on, doors open. Let's go. All right, let's play some more, y'all. All right. So, what would I do on this new account? So I just wanted to show y'all the faction quests. That's what I'm working on at the moment. Kingdom power to level 5. That's what I'm working on at the moment. Kind of my overall long-term goal on this new account. But you got to do your dailies. And that's what you get on and do first every day. So I always check my mail first. Blah, blah, blah. Make sure this isn't about to run out. So we got 20 hours left. We're going to play for 15 minutes at least. So let's claim it. We do have a vault event coming soon. That's one time that you want to save your XP boosters, because you're going to be doing battles like back to back to back to back as fast as possible, and that's the best way to take advantage of an XP booster, is to do like Explore 1 back to back to back to back with your fastest team. That way you're getting as much experience as possible and then getting a booster on top of it. That and like the Guild Wars. Guild Wars and Vault Event are the 2 times where an XP booster is the most useful. Otherwise, you just want to use them before they run out and do your dailies. Like, that's kind of what we're doing with this one. We're just going to do our dailies. So we're using it for something. Check my offers. I'm only buying medals versus stuff like that right now still. So I don't want to buy ultra rare troops. This is bad. I would never buy this. This is bad. I would never buy this. My chat went away. There it is. Am I trying to get the new mythic? I need to see it again, but probably not. Like, I don't have a bunch of keys saved up, because as a beginner, I'm just opening all my keys as I get them. But on my main account, obviously I'm getting it because I get every new mythic. Because I have so many keys, and I've been getting every new mythic for a long time. So it depends where you're at in the game. Probably. Like, as a beginner, you're not going to have enough keys. You might as well, like, I guess... You might as well, like, open some keys, but you probably already opened your keys, because that's what you should be doing. So you're opening your keys as you get them as a beginner, so it's not like you have some extra keys when there's a new mythic. You should probably honestly not open keys as a beginner, because if you happen to get a mythic, you're going to get that one, and that's the only one you're going to get. It leaves you no option or opportunity to get, like, a better mythic. So as a beginner, you probably shouldn't open keys when there's a new mythic in there, unless it's like a good one that's going to be useful. But mid game is where you really have to decide, like, am I going to get it or not? I would say mid game, late mid game. You know, the mid game is where, even early late game, you got to kind of, am I going to go for this new mythic or not? Because if I go for it, it might take a lot of my keys, and then I get it, but then I never use it, and it's not useful, and I just used all those keys to get a mythic that I'm never going to use. Like, think of some of the, like, Bothros. How many times have you used Bothros? Like, in the last, like, 4 months. How many times have you used Bothros? Was it really worth it to spend all those keys to get Bothros? You know what I mean? And then one could pop up like Ironhawk, like Takshaka. We've had so many new mythics where you need 3 of them. That's the reason you want to... The first reason you want to save your keys is just to make sure you can get a good one if it comes through. So you skip like the mediocre ones, you skip the bad ones. That way you have a big stack of keys in case a good one comes through. That way, like Bane of Ambition comes through. You want to get that one. But Bothros, if you blew all your keys getting Bothros, and then the very next month you have Bane of Ambition, now you have less keys to get Bane of Ambition, and you might miss Bane of Ambition because you got stupid Bothros. Alright? And then, even on top of that, you get mythics like Takshaka, which is literally was a new mythic. Ironhawk was a new mythic. Playthru was a new mythic. Zarg Boompile was a new mythic. And you need 3. You need 3 of them. So you got to make sure, you kind of have to make sure you have enough keys just in case an Ironhawk, a Takshaka, a Playthru, a Zarg comes through as a new mythic. And you can get 3 of them, or 2 of them. You don't want to, like, get the Bothroses. And you could have used those Bothros keys to get your second Playthru or your second Ironhawk or your second Takshaka. But instead, you spent them on Bothros, and now you only got 1 Takshaka, or you couldn't even get Takshaka, or you couldn't get 3 Ironhawks, or it's just smart. Like, we got to work on our FOMO, and like, mythics aren't always good, they're just rare. We got to remember that. Like, just because there's a new mythic, and just because you can get it with your keys doesn't mean you should get it with your keys. Don't buy the toilet seat for $50 just because they knocked on your door and it was for sale. But if you're an in-game player that's getting every new mythic, like, feel free to get the new mythic. Like, I'm gonna get it on my main account. Like, but you have to do that. You have to get there first. You have to do 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. You don't just you don't jump from 2nd grade to freshman year of high school. Like Sinnycool and Tyrion and Tacit and whoever else, we did kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. We didn't skip any grades. We went through that whole process. I've been playing this game for 9 years. You can't just go for the new mythic just because everybody else is. Like, you have to get there. So that's the whole reason there. It's always a decision, a choice whether or not you go for the new mythic. And it's all based on your account and where you're at. And it's mostly in the mid game where you have to, like, be very patient and not go for certain ones. Don't go for Bothros, and don't go for Grimborn Blood Eye, and don't go for all these mid-tier mythics. Because all those thousands of keys you used to get Bothros and Grimborn Blood Eye, you could have used them on whoever, you know, Bane of Ambition or Takshaka or Zarg Boompile or something, which is better. You could have got multiples of that one, but instead you got Bothros and Grimborn Blood Eye and all those weak ones that they're not even that weak. They're just mid. And how many times have you used them? So for my new account's just opening keys whenever. So if it happens to get it, it gets it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And it's probably better if I don't go for it. That way I have, you know, a chance at other mythics. Because when there's a new mythic, it's the only one in the drop table, so it'd be the only one I could get. Get the Obsidian Librum? Oh, good idea. Yeah, maybe I should. Okay, but let's go through this real quick and then remind me, because that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. Looking at the faction shop for the weapon, I should be doing that probably, but then I might as well play the faction event at that point. If there's a good weapon, if it's like Life and Death or Obsidian Librum, Maybe you should just buy up to the weapon and do your free sigils on Tuesday. It's a good point. But otherwise, you know, we're waiting until, like, next week. It sucks that it's next week, of course, that I was going to start doing the faction events. If we have Obsidian Libram this week. So I might just buy it. You're right. That's a good idea. Alright, so yeah. Check your mail. XP booster. Make sure it's not about to run out. Use it if it is. Offers. We're only buying medals versus stuff like that. These are bad. Then we go here. Okay, it says complete the 3 battle tests in the daily plunder menu. So we're going to do that. It's the first thing I actually, like, the first fights I do every day. It's whatever the XP booster says. So let's do that. Even if you don't care for XP boosters, like, it's going to tell you to do something you should be doing anyway. So it's never like, you don't really have to go out of your way to do your XP booster. The only one that's kind of is like when it tells you to do explore. It's the only one I don't really like. But otherwise, but even then, you might as well do some explore just to satisfy the XP booster. I still do it anyway. Say like get 2 mini boss chests or something. Or kill 2 mini bosses or get a boss chest or something is like the XP booster thing for explore. I still do it. Now, it's given me another reason. It's making Explore more valuable to me because it's also giving me an XP booster. If it wasn't for that XP booster, then I wouldn't do Explore. Yep, let's do that. Bang. And if I had all the time in the world, I would do Explore. I would do Underspire, I would do PvP. I'd have all my quests done already. But this is more like, hey, free to play, you're playing for 1 or 2 hours a day type of strats. But we're playing every day, too. We're playing 1 or 2 hours a day, every day, free to play. But anybody can take that advice and then build on top of it if you spend money or if you play more each day. So I could start saying like what I would do if I had more time, I guess. Which might be Explore, it might be PvP, it might be Underspire, it might be single player events. But I'd actually most likely just get all my faction events done, or all my faction quests done. Like, totally. I'd go do all 8 of them today if I had extra time. Because they would be knocked out forever, and then I could do everything else for the rest of the time. So by all means, if you already have all your quests done, you'd be doing other things to fill that time. But as far as like where we're at on this new account, I'll be explaining that like next week, because that's when I'll be there. Can't talk about it till I get there. But I do this every single day. I'm not telling you to do something that I'm not doing myself. I do my XP booster, my adventure board, my dungeon, my City of Thieves. I haven't skipped a single day on my City of Thieves. I haven't missed a single dungeon. I just got another perfect dungeon the other day. I almost have enough Dragonite to get another dragon. Whatever's lowest, remember. After you get all your mastery weapons, whatever's lowest. Just evening them out. My voice sent you to sleep? That's a good thing, huh? At least I don't have some crazy abrasive voice that keeps you awake. I'd almost rather have a voice that sends people to sleep. Tyrion says it was probably 8 to 12 months or so before I started to get every new mythic on new account. Yeah. We definitely haven't been playing this bad boy for a year yet. No way. I don't even remember when we started this. We're on part 20. We've done 2 streams a week, so what? We've been playing this account for like 10 weeks. It's like not even 3 months. So we're nowhere near 8 to 12 months. You know, maybe it's been 4 months. I don't know, but, you know. We've probably been playing this new account for around 4 months. 3 to 4 months, probably, is all we've been playing. And when I first started, I wasn't playing it every day. So I would say 3 months is a good estimate of how long I've been playing this. You account for like the first month I was just playing once or twice a week. Alright, let's get this done, man. All this stuff in the adventure board, you're gonna need it. It's giving us 2 class experience. It's satisfying the XP booster. It's super concentrated, valuable rewards. It's totally worth it. It's non-diminishing returns here. We're in the good part of the day, where stuff is worth a lot. The more you play each day, the less stuff is worth doing. So right now, it's super valuable. Just how these games work. We all know it. The more you play, the less you get. So you gotta just know when it's time to stop each day. You know, the game is cool though. You could keep playing and playing if you're doing PvP or something. Especially early game, like beginner. It's like they don't show their warts, their diminishing returns warts until like mid game. It's beginner at beginning of the game. You can just keep going and going and going, get all your quests done or whatever. All right, we got a adventure board done. So this is done. So now we got an XP booster. Remember, we don't collect it. We want it to get sent to our mail so we can use it at a good time instead of it going off right now and having to use it right now. All right, we got a Blinky here. Let's collect it. I don't like Blinkies. And next up would be the dungeon. Every single day. I got a perfect yesterday. Look, so close. I just need like 26 more Dragonite, and I can craft my second dragon. I have so close to 4,000 diamonds too. Look, I have like 3,900 diamonds right now. I bought the offer on Sunday, so this one. But only on Sunday because you get extra diamonds. You could, I guess you could do it every day if you need more jewels. Wouldn't be horrible. It's only 50 gems. I don't know. What do you think, Tyrion? Should you buy this one every single day? Should you get like 100 of these jewels? And some shards? And some diamonds? It's almost worth it to do it every day. If you have like this many... If you have this many gems... If you've been following along and you have the same amount that I do... it's almost worth it, man. It's super worth it on Sunday. Like, definitely don't skip Sundays, but... I don't know. What do you think, bro? Free deeds and Imperials today? Yep. Yeah, autoplay is great if you can't play the game. Like, if you can click a button, like, once every couple minutes, like, while you're working or something, that'd be a good idea. Autoplay. You can autoplay Explore. You can autoplay Explore. But you gotta, like, click a button literally, like, once a minute. So it's not, like, that easy. You gotta autoplay Epic Trials as well. I think that one would be the one I would do as a beginner, though. I would be doing all my Epic Trials on autoplay. I think I would do that first. Just all your trials. Get all your trials up to the Epic Trials first, you know, in every single kingdom. Like, there's a bunch of them. I'd probably autoplay all of those first, because that's something you can get done forever. Explore is always something you're going to have to just... If you're going to do Explore, it's something you can just do whenever you want, and it's for the rest of the time, and it's never over with. But Trials, you could get done forever, and you could autoplay those. I'd do those first, most likely, is what I'm saying. If I was going to autoplay as a beginner, like a beginner account, if I was going to autoplay anything, it'd probably be Trials. You buy it daily on both accounts? Rain says don't buy it. Tyrion says buy it. To go to Underspire? Yeah, I haven't started Underspire yet, so maybe I should wait and see like how much that's going to cost me. Yeah, I don't know. This one's a iffy. If you have like a lot of gems, maybe, and if you don't, just do Sunday. Because like Rain said, we're starting the Underspire pretty soon, and that's going to cost me like 700 gems a week, which that could knock down our gem stat. I mean, I'm not going to do the whole thing first. Rain's like further in the game, like Rain's probably in game, right? So we're a beginner account. We're probably just going to do like our free torches. We're not going to be going to the 7th boss and stuff. So I think you might buy it. I think you buy it just for these jewels, because it's only 50 gems a day. Like, think about a week, it's just 250 gems, right? Or is that right? 350? Not too many. I don't know, man. Maybe look at this and like see if you're low on it. So green I don't need as bad. If it was a yellow day, yeah, maybe look at this. It's going to be on an account-to-account basis, whether you buy this daily. Like, I don't need green as bad as I need, like, yellow or brown. So on a yellow day, I might buy them. I have lower yellow because I bought Norbert's Turnip and Rope Dart, and they were both yellow. So that's why my yellow's so low. So I think I'm going to skip it for now. But Sunday, definitely do it. And if you're low on jewels, you could do it like a certain color. But I'm going to skip it for today. But we got to do the dungeon. To pick the same rooms every day, right? We're not jumping around and picking different rooms every day, huh? I've got 3-4 perfects on this new account. Death Trap, of course. Another thing about the dungeon is we started on level 1. We stayed on level 1 until we got Queen Beatrix, and we got Queen Beatrix fully traded. Then we started moving down. Now we're on level 6, and anytime it asks us to go down, we're going down. But it's because we have a Queen Beatrix team that's fully traded. That's why. Alright, I totally picked wrong, but hey, it's going to happen sometimes. I got a perfect yesterday. So, I'm not that worried about that death trap because Queen Beatrix. We got it already cleansed. No death trap. That's why she's good. Almost there. Got him. Oh, there we go. You know, we're getting some green just off of this, too. Obviously. Like, your dungeon gives you jewels as you do the dungeon, and shards and diamonds. That's why you do it every day. The offer is just to get a little extra. I should have picked the other ones. My main pick's the complete opposite. My main picks, like, the other 3 rooms. So my new account picks, like, 4, 2, 6. My main account picks 1, 3, 5, or whatever. Cleansed it. We don't have to deal with that death trap. What do we need here? Even if you lose this, you can just try again. It's no big deal. There's no turns or sigils or anything like that. But if you beat it on your first try, it saves you time. Emeralds, diamonds, shards, which you can turn into jewels or diamonds. Did not ask me to go down. That's going to take a while to get all the way down to level 20 in the dungeon. That's when we will be getting the most bang for our buck for doing it every day. Cleansed it. Like first turn every fight. That death mark did nothing. We were using our Rowan team here, and that would have been a problem. But Beatrix makes it to where none of the traps are a problem, really. Just got to get an extra turn to cleanse. That's why she's like the king, the queen of the dungeon. You know, later on you use like Chrysantherax or something, or Tesla, but if you run into some traps, you can always just switch to your Beatrix team. Epic. I knew somebody would come out the woodworks. That's awesome. That really helps. That's gonna probably make it to where it's not the second worst month of the year, just off of that. Alright, we got red and we got purple. So purple's lower. Pick purple. Alright, dungeon done. So XP booster done, adventure board done, dungeon done. I do City of Thieves 3 times a day, every day. The holiday event would fit in right here too, but it's over with, so we don't have to do that. So now it would be City of Thieves. Level 20, see how I'm still on level 20. Still using the same team. But I'm leveling a different class. I'm leveling Titan here. And that's every day, 27 fights, and then, 2 experience each fight. I'm getting like 50 class experience on Titan every day. Something like that. Did I do the math right? There's 3, you have 3 delves, there's 9 fights a delve, and you get 2 class experience per fight. They're getting somewhere around 50 class experience for a class each day. Just doing that's another thing about the City of Thieves thing. It gets so easy. Rowan, you're wiping them out in one shot. Leprechaun Rowan, Leprechaun Rowan, Leprechaun Rowan, and then you're leveling. You're getting 50 class experience every day. Mike, how do your cards at level 1 have high stats and mine are like single digits? I'm in a good guild, number 1. My hero level. And then I'm in a good guild. And then kingdom level and power. Most likely. And then I got a little bit of medals. Those are the ways to get stats. Leveling the cards, I'm leveling them. These cards are leveled to 20. All those things combined, pretty much. This is Horde level too, though. Like down here, you're seeing Horde level stats too, because it's the Underworld. Just follow along from the beginning, Mike. This is a playlist. So I have a new account playthrough 2025 playlist, beginner guide. If you start from the very beginning and listen to the whole thing, it'll explain exactly how to get your cards that much stats, But that's the TLDR, it's those things. Oops. So we got 1.3. I still do treasure multiplier order every day. Got a 1.4. And another 1.4. So we're going to do the lower rarity 1.4. Just to min-max, get the most rewards out of this. They go away, but they come back. So at the beginning of the week, you might not have guild stats, but as they do their guild tasks, they'll get the stats back. And then you have them for the rest of the week. So most guilds will get their stats like Monday or Tuesday. So when you start the game on Monday, you're probably not going to have your guild stats unless you're in like a super high level guild. But by like Tuesday or Wednesday, you should have your guild stats again. And it's just like part of the whole formula of your stats. It's not a huge difference, but it definitely helps. That's why you want to be in a good guild. There's many reasons you want to be in a good guild, but just being in a good guild gives you more stats too. Oh, cool, you've been watching it? I know it's super long, sorry about that, but it's the only way I can do it these days. Yeah, the more passive stats you get from kingdom level and power. Earlier in the video, I was explaining leveling troops and kingdoms. Yeah. Guild stats go away on Monday reset, but reapply as your guild unlocks them throughout the week. Yup. In top guilds, you're spending 99% of the week with max guild stats, right? You can see a lot of passive stats on the team screen, Cinny can show off in a bit. Alright, what do we got? We got 1.2, 1.25, 1.3, 1.4. So 1.4 is going to be the highest. Yeah, I can't do it right now, huh? I'm locked in, doing a delve. I don't think I'm going to do all 3 City of Thieves because it'll be kind of boring. But I'll do 1. And then maybe we can go open some portals if I have them. Alright, 1.3, 1.3, 1.3, 1.25, 1.2. So we're gonna do the lower rarity 1.3. Min-max weirdo stuff from me. One point three. So after this, I'm gonna do guild event. Sometimes your black manacles can wipe them too. The higher your magic stat gets and the higher your horde level gets on City of Thieves. If your Rowan's not up, maybe your black manacles is, and you can use your black manacles. Here, I'm not going to spend gems on blue deeds at the moment. On my main account, maybe, but here I'm just going to get this. Pet food. Even on my main account, I think blue is like the weird one I'm actually buying right now, but even on my main account, sometimes I'm concentrating on getting purple and not the other colors. But on this new account, I'm not buying deeds yet. That's way down the road. I don't have enough gems to be buying all the deeds. But that's another good thing about City of Thieves, right? Merchants, angels, on top of everything else, dude. There's so many. It's like probably the missing ingredient in a lot of people's accounts and like their beginner accounts or mid-game accounts. It's factions, underworld, like doing City of Thieves 3 times a day. It's like super valuable. You're missing out if you're not doing it. Your classes aren't going to get leveled as fast. You're not going to get as many legendaries. You're not going to have a legendary for your kingdom power. You're not going to get as many merchants and angels. You're not going to have as much gold. Like, it's crazy. It's so good. I know it's like it's hard to do like the same thing every day over and over. This is the only farming I do though, other than Vault Event, is City of Thieves. It's crazy how good this is. For so many different things and so many different reasons. I don't know if I can wipe them with that. Yeah, look at her. She's 39. So I might as well do this. Alright, claim rewards. Bunch of shards, bunch of gold, ingots. So ingots are for our weapons that we've been leveling for our kingdom power, right? Shards are to get legendaries. And gold, bunch of gold. 28,000 just for that chest. Alright, I'm going to hit level 20 because I'm going to do this later. Lock it in, you know, 3 times a day. And I would do the rest of them, obviously. So I would do it again, and then I would do it again. Alright, we have 1,238 shards, so forget what troop I was going after, though. We can look via this, so you can go go unowned, and then type delves. And then we're doing base rarity. And this brings up all the legendaries we don't have yet. For the underworld, because we typed delves. So let's look for a good one that we don't have yet. Like Indrajit's okay. King Minos has a 50% start. Luna's good. Laraza has a good. Okay, Magma Dragon was the one I was going for, okay? Fire Rift. I forgot. So that's a good way to see which ones you don't have. So open portals. This is part of the whole thing. We're doing City of Thieves 3 times a day every day to get shards to get these troops. Finally got it. Magma Dragon. Alright, we got it. So we're trying to get 1 copy of each good legendary. Some of them you're going to need 2 or 3 of, but we already got like 2 Beatrixes and 2 Gobtruffles and like 2 Gargoyles, like the really important ones, but 2 Magma Dragons wouldn't be bad either. Great Worm, I need multiples of Great Worm. But let's see what's the next one. Will be the next best. I like the Deep King. He does true damage. Get at everybody. Some of these are good, like Luna's good, Laraza's good, Endrajit's good, but I think it would be Deep King. Sea of Sorrow. Or Sea of Sorrow. Hell is it? There it is. Let's try to get the Deep King now. Nope. There he is. Nice. So I probably want multiples of him, but let's just go try to get another different one. Maybe it's time for Luna. Oh, I didn't do the quest yet, so never mind. Let's, maybe Laraza. What's Laraza's? Laraza's lair? Where is it? Laraza's lair. Let's just get Endrajit. I can't find her. I don't feel like looking. I like Endrajit. He's alright. Bang! Endrajit. Another good legendary. Stacking legendaries. Off a City of Thieves. So we have a bunch of that we still need to do the quest in. Oh, here it is. So we can try for Laraza now. She's just kind of okay. She got a good storm. Oops. See if we can get her. Nope. Nope. Oh well. It's a process. We got Magma Dragon, we got Endrajit, we got the Deep King. So our whole account is better now for that, having those legendaries. So we'll keep doing this, we'll keep working on it. We'll get Luna, we'll get, you know, Obsidian Axis, and I gotta get all these quests done so I can get all these legendaries. But yeah, next thing we would do is guild event. So let me show you my guild team, which I did buy up, actually, a little bit. I should probably buy up to the weapon. I was going to start doing that next week, but it's probably fine to buy up to it. Just get another weapon for this kingdom. It's a Hellcrag weapon. I think I'm just going to do it. Alright, so my team for my beginner account is Haunted Doll, Gargoyle, Sanguinet, and Wanda Stars. So kind of similar to my, main account's suggestion for a beginner team. We used like double Gargoyle or something. I forget what we did, but there was a reason. Like I don't have Chernabog or something, so I had to use Haunted Doll instead. But she's pretty good. If you do Geomancer, 50% starter. I traded her because I just felt like it. She's got good traits. And then I traded the Gargoyle because it's got good traits, and I was able to. I did not trade this. All it's doing is extra damage. So I still get the extra points without trading it. And then Wand of Stars we got from the Vault event, from getting the Lovers, from opening our Vault keys. Geomancer, we traded Geomancer 2. So we could have that 50% start for all constructs. It's going to come in handy later. It's not just for this event, so it's worth doing. Same with the Gargoyle and the Haunted Doll. It's not just for this event, so I did it. That's why I did it, because it's going to help in the future, too. So that's my team for the guild event. Let's show it. Invasion. Tyrion says, does anyone have a semi-current list of easiest to hardest faction lists? Dude, I want to make one, dude. I want to make one so bad. It would just take so long. There should be one on Discord, Tyrion. Sana always shares it. It's been a minute because I haven't been doing Tuesday main account live streams. But it's somewhere on the Discord. There's like lists and that one's like from somebody. I seem to agree with it most of the time, but I'd love to make my own. I might do that as my next project. Like right now we're doing the new account playthrough, but as my next Gems of War project, I might stream on Tuesdays, do the faction event, take notes as I do each one. Like, it would take a long time. I could do, like, I could go to the underworld and, like, speed it up a little bit by doing my sigils, you know? Like, go down there and try. Could probably speed it up a little bit. But, I want to, like, take notes and, like, say, like, okay, how many rooms is it, first of all? Is it 3 rooms? Is it 4 rooms? Is it 5 rooms? Like, how... Do we have a good troop, you know? Do we have... You know, like, Hellgate got that new troop that has it's a really good... Made Hellgate easier. Like, is there a good troop that we have on our team? Is the enemy team hard? Like, is it like an instant kill thing, or a death mark thing, or a weird summoning thing, or, you know, transform thing? Like, and have, like, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it, but just, like, as I do them, take notes of, like, how hard was it as far as, like, how many fights there are, and then how hard was it as far as, you know, like, Werewoods, where you gotta like, you get transformed all the time, or freaking Stinker Tinker Town, and like, Laraza's Lair, where they're all, like, kind of hard for a reason. Yeah, it does change all the time. I mean, it changes less than you would think, because the new troops usually suck. But here and there, it is changing. Like, Hellgate used to be the hardest, and it's no longer the hardest. And that's because of what you just said. It changed. Got a new troop. Alright, so here, this is getting up next turn. So we might as well take some brown. And, you know, we'll kill the tower, especially the Raven Tower. The Gargoyle isn't, like, one-shotting anymore, but it still does lots of damage, so... I mean, we could take Skulls. Just kind of still doing what I can do. I'm not wiping the enemy team out easily or anything like that. As long as I'm beating this and getting points, fine with it. But it's getting to where I'm going to start being in, like, the top 10 of this guild and guild events. You know, you start out, you're just trying to put something on the board that's not a 0. And then after that, you're just trying to do as much as you can with your free sigils and whatever troops you have. And you might not even level those troops. And you might not even use the troop from the event. And you might not use the weapon from the event. You're just doing what you can do. And then eventually, you're buying up in the shop to the weapon, and you got more turns and more troops, and they're leveled actually, and they're traded actually, and you're using the invasion troop and getting extra points and stuff like that. So it's a process of, like, how you're scoring in the guild event. And I'm at the point where I might get, like, top 10 in the guild. I got Siege Breaker, defeat 50 towers in a single invasion event. I got a achievement. Alright, so Haunted Doll, might as well get her up. She got Gargoyle. Let's take this. I think we take Skulls. We need damage. Alright, let's do this first. Let's kill this and weaken that. And we'll kill it. You can look at I like the Tower Killer this week, because it fills itself back up sometimes. It's changing, like, blue to purple or something. And it uses purple. That's a decent Tower Killer. Like, for this event. We're probably not going to use it after this event, but sometimes it's like there's a spectrum. Like, sometimes it's a Tower Killer, and all it does is one-shot towers, and we're never going to use it again, and the only reason we're using it is because we have to for extra points. And then sometimes we get a Tower Killer that's actually good in the event, and it does something extra. You know, it explodes some gems on the board, or it changes them to a different color and fills itself back up, and it's actually good, and you might use it in other faction event, you know, other invasion events in the future, too. So it's good for its event, and it could be used in the future for other invasion events as, like, a second Tower Killer, not the only one. There isn't very many that you would want to use, like, outside of the invasion, but that would be the ultimate, like, invasion troop. Like Ogress for bounty, like, she gets used outside of bounty. She's so good. But most of the time, they're just good for... Either they're just good for the event and that's it, or they're... You know, you have to use them because you get more points. I haven't really seen an invasion, like, tower killer that's actually good that you would want to use instead of something else, you know? But there are some that are like that, like Ogress is the best example of a good troop that she's good in her event and good outside of her event. Alright, so this does blue to purple. We could wait, I guess. Let's do this. We could cast other stuff first just to see if it happens. It's not going to happen, so let's go ahead and kill something. And then this puts up more purple for her to explode. She explodes purple, look. It's kind of a synergetic team. Alright, Gargoyle, can you do it, buddy? Yes. Make sure I have my medals on. Like, Gargoyle boosts off attack, yeah. I think that's all I got. This is the guild event. I would use all my sigils. I would try to do all my sigils today. If I have time. It's one thing you could, like, if you don't have time, something you could put off to the next day. Like, you don't want to put off your XP booster, you don't want to put off your adventure board, you don't want to put off your dungeon. You can't put off all your City of Thieves, but you can put off one fight to the next day. But that's, like, you can only do that once, because then the next day you have to do 3. Because now you got 4. So you could put off City of Thieves 1 time a week, pretty much. Really just once ever. If you're doing it 3 times a day, you can put it off once, pretty much ever, because now you got to do 4 the next day. So even if you do 3, you still got to do that. It's going to go to the next day, and you still have to do 3 because you have 4. Right? So one day you can do 2 and put the next, lock the next one in for the next day. But now you got 4 for the next day. You got to do 3, and then the one can go to the next day, but now you got 4 again. You got to do 3. So that's one thing you can put off a little bit, but not really. Then guild event you can, because you have all week, and your sigils don't go away or anything. They stack up, and you get so many a day, and they don't, like, go away or anything. Like, so you could put your guild event off a little bit, but you probably shouldn't, because you want to show activity and you want to help your guild. But, like, let's say you have a really busy day and you can only play the game for, like, 30 minutes. One thing you could cut out is your guild event, just because you can do it the next day and it'd be the same thing. You just do twice as much the next day. Or you could do everything on Sunday or something. But I wouldn't never skip XP Booster, Adventure Board, Dungeon. You can't do that the next day. Those are gone forever if you don't do them today. But the guild event sigils, like, you could use those. You could put those off if you had to. Like 1 or 2 days. Kill something. Let's just Gargoyle here. The most out of it. Second slot. Let's kill something who has the most. We don't want to one-shot this. It only has 34. We'd rather do this. Wait, Gargoyle has a better chance of finishing this one off. Alright, this is probably better than Haunted Doll because it's all the way at the bottom. And let's do this, because we know it's going to one-shot. Slug Hoarder is, I guess that's probably the best one out of all of them, but I still haven't really used it, have you? It's not bad. It might be the best tower killer. Still really haven't used it outside of Invasion, though. That would be the one, though, if you're going to say one. Alright, do we got any extra turns? I'll probably do... I don't know how many more fights I'm going to do of this. Just giving you examples. Alright. Sometimes I cast the second option here because look at all this yellow and purple on the board. That doesn't happen very often, but most time you're picking this. Like 90% of the time you're picking this. But since we have so much yellow and purple on the board, this might be the better option here. Let's try it. And it worked out. You kind of have to look at your board, and if there's a weirdly bunch of yellow and purple, you pick that second option sometimes. But 90% of the time, you're picking the first option on that wand. Get out of here. So I'm doing great, and I'm leveling Geomancer. So I'm leveling Archer as I do just like regular daily stuff with my Queen Beatrix team. I'm leveling Titan as I do my City of Thieves 3 times a day every day. And then I'm leveling Geomancer right now in the Guild event. Those are 3 good classes. Eventually Archer's going to be on 100, and then I'll probably switch that to Titan, and I'll be doubling up on Titan. And eventually this Guild event will be over, so I'll probably be all in on Titan. But at the moment, I'm leveling 3 different classes. I've got a Geomancer talent unlocked. Let's see what that is before we get out of here. Well, I haven't picked any yet. Serendipity. We're in last position. And probably just this one. Okay. So that's example of the guild event. I will do the rest of my sigils later today, just like I'll do the rest of my City of Thieves later today. And this is an event where you like you want to get to the 4th, like no matter what, you kind of want to get to the 4th, this stage 8, because you're getting gems for passing each stage. So I'm going to get 20 gems once I get past stage 6, and then I'll get more gems when I pass stage 7. So we got gems for every stage we passed. So you don't want to be just sitting here on stage 1 and barely doing anything. You're missing out on gems. And you're not helping your guild as much as well, but I get it if you're like a super beginner, but try to get as far as you can so you can get those gems. Alright, so guild stuff was the next thing. So after that, we got to get our lantern. What did Sauna said the faction too? So let's get our lantern real quick. Got to do this just once a week on whatever day. Right now we're not doing the Underspire, but we're still going to get our lantern. So whether it's Monday or Sunday or whenever, make sure you at least get your lantern once a week at the moment. We'll eventually start doing the Underspire though. So we just need to put together a team real quick to do one fight. Hellcrag. Oh no, I don't really have much, but I'm not going to need much either. Could do Craghound, I guess. Okay, what do we got? Doesn't matter, bro. Just pick something. Let's just do Craghound. Let's just do 3 Craghounds. Screw it. If I have them. I don't have a weapon, though. Hold on. Let's go get a weapon. So I need to, like Sauna said, should probably pay attention to the Tuesday faction event. Make sure there's not like a really good weapon in here. Even if you're not going to do it yet. Like if Silver Necropolis popped up, you'd want to get Life and Death. And this one's good too. You got Obsidian Libram, so that's going to cost us some gems. But I think it's worth it because it's going to be a long time before this comes back around. And it's a good explodey weapon with a summon on it. So it's probably like a top 5 faction weapon, Obsidian Libram. So it's one of the ones that is worth probably doing this. And then now it's like I'm sunk cost, and I almost should try to do as much of this faction event as I can. To get some of my gems back, like do as much as I can of this today. Maybe go see if I have treasure to go invest into Obsidian Halls or whatever it's called. I was gonna do that next week, but it's almost like I might as well do it today since we just bought the weapon. But the weapon we just got, we can probably use it here now, right? Yep, there it is. Put it on top. We're just doing one fight, but that's a good weapon either way, so I'm glad that I bought it. And then Got all constructs, so Geomancer. Banner, we got a bunch of brown. Probably just go brown, purple. There we go. It's just one fight. Do one fight so you can get to the merchant, so you can get your free lantern. Mana Surge. There's our one fight. There's our merchant. And there's our free lantern. This doubles your rewards from dragons, which is going to be super useful later. Just a smart little thing if you can remember to do it each week. Now we can get out of here, though. So we got other things we need to be doing, but we're going to eventually do this event, this game mode. Pretty soon, actually. Probably in the next week or two, we'll start doing it. At least our free torches and stuff. Alright, what's next? So... Next up would be, you know, faction quests, which I already kind of showed. So that's all my dailies for the day. So after I get all my dailies done, I would go work on these quests. And I'm doing like 3 or 4 a day right now, but if you have more time, you could do more. So let me... How long have we been streaming? Mrs. Senny's gonna kill me, but you guys have already seen this, so you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna use Beatrix. Right, I'm gonna use this team, I'm gonna do the 4 fights, or what, I think it's like 7 fights. They're easy. I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna do like 2 or 3 more today. But I think an interesting thing to do before we get out of here would be the faction event. Our first faction event ever. We invested into this faction event, Obsidian Depths, because there's a good weapon. So we're gonna... It's like a week early, but we're invested into it. Who's been a naughty boy? She doesn't feel well, and she's off work today, and everybody's home. So I'm going as long as I can, but probably gonna be in trouble. But she'll understand once I tell her why. She totally understands, like, the business side of it, and like if I only got like $2 today and I went 3 hours, she'd probably be pissed off. But once I tell her like how generous you guys are, she'll be cool with it probably. Yeah, probably, bro. We're still working on this too, you know. We got to level up our Soul Forge. This will come via the Vault event mostly, so we'll probably get this all the way done after the next Vault event. So it took me like 3 Vault events to fully level my Soul Forge. But yeah, we should probably do this faction event. So the way that works, every Tuesday you have a faction event. It's a different faction every Tuesday. It's based on what week it is, like what kingdom week. So this week we have a Hellcrag week. So the associated faction to Hellcrag is Obsidian Depths. So Obsidian Depths faction event happens on Tuesday. It's a really good time to get rewards and gold. So you get these overall rewards, right? And you can do it for free. I can get to stage 8 with no investment, no gem investment. The only reason I invested gems is to get this weapon. So if you need the weapon, you should get the weapon. You only have to do it one time, and then you're done. You only have to buy up to the weapon one time. So I did it. Now I never have to do this. You know, I might have to do it one more time with this faction because I'm going to have to do Pure 500 and Deathless 500. But, you know, you only have to buy up to the weapon like once. And then there's going to be another time where I buy up to Tier 7 a bunch of times. That's way later in the game and will never happen on this new account. But buy up to the weapon. It's another weapon for this kingdom. It's a good weapon. You know, you're going to need a certain amount of weapons for your kingdom power. It's part of the process. You should do it. You should do your Tuesday faction events. If you don't have the weapon, you should buy up to the weapon. We just got there, though, so if you're a little bit, you know, you're not up to the point that I'm at, you shouldn't be doing that yet, but eventually you're going to be doing that. And it came a week early for me because it's a good weapon. I don't want to miss out on Obsidian Libram. It's a good weapon. So now I'm going to want to go to Obsidian Libram before I do the event. So the event's right here, but it's separate. It does count towards your, like if I do stuff here, it counts towards my obsidian. It does count towards my faction, but my obsidian depths. So if we're on level 20 in obsidian depths and I do the faction event and I get to level 90, it'll up my obsidian depths to level 90 forever. So stuff you do in the faction event does affect your faction. That's why City of Thieves you don't want to do like the faction event, except for you just run away from the boss. Anyway, I'm making it confusing for no reason. What I'm trying to say is go to your obsidian depths, like outside of the event, and you're going to want to up your horde level and your quality. That way you get more loot from this faction event. If your quality is on 0, you're going to get way less loot while you're doing this faction event. So you want to put your quality on 10 if possible before you start doing the faction event. So this is the way we pick which factions we're going to up our quality and horde level. You know, we did City of Thieves first. Whatever one you do second is going to be different for everybody, depending on what the Tuesday faction event is. So it's Obsidian Depths. So I'm going to do my second faction. I'm doing my horde level to 100 and my quality to 10 is Obsidian Depths because it's the Tuesday faction event right now. That's the only reason. If it was a different faction, I would do that different faction. You're going to have a different faction than it's going to be my your second faction you do to quality 10 and horde 100 is going to be different than mine because you're going to do it at a different time and you're going to have a different Tuesday faction event. So I need to get my quality to 10 or as high as possible. I have some treasure, so this might be all right. This costs gold though. This is going to cost gold each week too. Like when you up your quality to 10 and stuff, it costs gold. Alright, so you always do the highest rarity treasure first, because it costs less. It's kind of like doing your lowest rarity troops first, because they cost less, like as far as trading and leveling. Kind of the opposite with your horde level and quality. You do your highest rarity treasure first, because it costs less. So you want to get a 100% chance using the least. You want to use the highest rarity treasure you have, but then use the least amount to get to 100% chance. You know what I mean? So you get 5 pieces of treasure. So I used one of my mythic treasures to get 50%. I used one of these to get 20, that's 70, and then I used 3 of these to get to 100. So at the moment while we're doing quality, we're just trying to get to 100% with the least amount of treasure. After we get our quality to 10, we're just going to use our highest rarity treasure, so it costs less. Hopefully that's not too confusing. Like right now, we're pretty much just working on our quality, but it's also upping our level. So pay attention mostly to your quality first. Get it to 10. So use the least amount of treasure you can with a 100% chance. That's 4,000. You don't want to do less than 100% chance because then the treasure gets eaten up and wasted if you miss. I mean, a 95 or a 90 is not too bad if you just don't have the treasure, but try to do 100% chance whenever possible. So just do the same thing, exact same thing again. One of these, 3 of these. That's the least amount you can do. And we'll do it again. Till we can't anymore. Got quality 4. That's just giving us for every level, every layer we do. We're going to do at least 9 layers. We'll get a higher chest level and more resource and more rewards for each layer because we're putting it on quality as high, quality 10 hopefully. And our stats will be higher for horde level and make it easier too to do the event. Alright, do it again. We're on quality 5 now. Got to get to 10. Alright, now we're down to these, so it's going to be a different combo. So we got 30%. What is it, like 4 of these then? Something? Okay, 3 and 1. So it's 1, 3, 1 now. Six, 1, 3, 1, go. Hopefully you're getting this, you understand. Just get the quality 10, have a 100% chance. Use your good treasure to do it. But don't be like doing this. Like that's for horde level, not quality. Quality you don't want to use. You don't want to overuse your high rarity treasure on quality. Alright, so one of those, 3 of these, and one of those, right? 84,000 now. It does cost some gold to do this, and it does cost some gems to buy up to the book, and that's why I was waiting like another week, but I think we're okay. It was too good of a weapon to pass on. Did it for the money, yep. At least I have a reason, you know. Imagine me sitting here for 3 hours and for nothing. That would be argument worthy or whatever. Alright, let's do it again. And I'll probably just do that one more time. Ooh, I got 1,000 total underworld renown. Just helping with our overall renown down here too, and will end up giving us stats and stuff. Alright, one more time. And there it is, 10. Now we get when we do this faction event, we're going to get way more resources and rewards because our quality's on 10. So do this before you start the faction event. Alright, now we want to get our level, our horde level, to at least 111. That's a soft cap. It's where we get a magic stat and a potion at pretty much the same time. So, at 105 you get the potion of explosion, and then at 111 you get a magic stat. So you want to do, 111's a nice soft cap. You don't want to be stopping on 110, you don't want to go to 113. Stop on 111. Shoot for 111. You know, 100 would be like okay, because that's max, you know, you're getting all your renown for your horde level. That's 100's what you're supposed to shoot for your points for renown. But 111 will give you another potion and another stat. It's a good first soft cap to shoot for, 111. So now we're just going to throw in our best treasure, because it's the cheapest. If we do this, if we keep doing this, look, 98,000 if we do that, and we get less level. So if we do this, look, we only get 1 level, and it costs 98,000. If we do this, we get to level 107, and it costs 98,000. So it's cheaper. We're getting more levels for the same amount of money. So let's do that. Your higher rarity treasure. Save you gold. We got our potion of enchantment and potion of explosion. Alright, let's do it again. We're just going to go to 111 though. We'll just stop. So okay, we're on 110. So now we would like use our lower treasure just to get to 111 exactly. We don't want to waste like another lamp and go overboard. We're going to save that lamp for other factions. We don't want to waste it right now just to be lazy and do this. We don't want to go to 112 anyway. So whatever it takes. So that's not going to work. That's pretty much perfect. We could try like, that don't work. So this is as close as we can get. Unless you want to like, maybe we could do like one of these. And we could try like, you know, a little bit of a mixture here. But I think it costs the same, don't it? I don't know, it costs like the less treasure you use, the less it costs as far as gold. I think this is the way to go. Anyway, that's pretty close. See how much gold that cost me right there? I had over 2 million and now I have 1.5 million. So that's why you don't really want to be doing these faction events too early. First of all, you have all those other quests you need to be doing instead before you start doing single player events. Second of all, it's going to cost you a lot of gold and treasure and gems and stuff to start doing these. Not gems really. I mean, you got to buy up to the weapon. So it does cost gems. So, you know, it costs so much to do these Tuesday faction events that you kind of don't want to do them until, you know, it's time to be doing them. But this one was just too worth it. So I'm showing the process here. Will I do the one next Tuesday? You know, we'll have to see. Will I have enough gold? Will I have enough gems? I don't know. So I don't know. We'll have to figure it out together. But Obsidian Libram was just too good to pass up. So maybe that's how you do it. You like, if there's a good weapon, you do it at first. Maybe don't do every single Tuesday. You could do your free like sigils, and maybe you could do what you can do. You could start doing that at least. But like we're doing it the proper way here. We bought up to the weapon. We got our quality on 10, our horde level on 111. We're doing it the proper way. But maybe you just do what you can do at first. Like next Tuesday, we might just have to use our free sigils and not do anything else, but get what we can get for free. All right, so we did that first, right? Horde 111, quality 10, and then we go to the event. Grab my tribute. Then we go to the event, and we start. You gotta do every single room. You go to level 90 to get all rewards. But if you have more sigils after that, you could keep going so you can up your obsidian depths overall. Let's see our renown. So you see how this is maxed out, 500 points? That's because we got our treasure horde level to 100. I went to 111 just to get stats and potions, but 100 was where it wanted us to get, our max here. It's kind of like kingdom level and power for the underworld. So we have our faction rewards. So we're on 500 right now. We get some ingots. As you go up, you're going to end up getting a pet from the kingdom, from the faction, which is good because we need another pet for this kingdom, and that's a way to get it via renown. Same way we get a legendary when we need it for our kingdom power via the underworld. We can get a pet eventually from each faction for our kingdom power, because you're going to need pets one day for kingdom power. So, but total renown is just all of them combined, like all your factions, and this is where you can get some stats and some other stuff, So we're getting income, we're getting a random ingot per day. Eventually you get a stat for your whole account. This is not like horde level. Horde level is just stats for that specific faction. This stat right here, your total renown rewards, is for your entire account. So it's like how you get stats from kingdom level and power. You can also get stats from total renown rewards. And how you get this renown is, treasure horde level, best delve, doing the factions, best delve defeated, best delve with no casualties, best delve using the factions team. Eventually you have to go to level 500 in every faction. And like do one instance of a no death run and do one instance of only using the faction troops. That's like deeper in and not beginner stuff though. Beginner stuff is getting your horde level to 100, getting that renown, and like doing the Tuesday faction event, stuff like that. Doing City of Thieves. Like this stuff is kind of like not beginner. This is later on. It's like stuff you're going to work on in the mid game and late game. For real. But anyway, let's go do the faction event. We're going to have to make a team. I'll make a team, I'll do a couple fights, and then I should probably get out of here. I'll do one layer. I'll make a team, I'll do one layer, and then I gotta get out of here. But, faction event. So we're going after all these rewards. We already bought up in the shop. We got to the weapon, which gave us turns and potions and the weapon and stuff like that. So now we're gonna want to get all rewards. Getting all rewards only takes going to level 90, layer 90, which you can usually do for free. You don't have to buy anything in the shop, but we wanted this weapon, so we bought up in the shop. All right, so start here. All right, what's our... We got purple and brown as our restriction. So I always start by going base rarity, just to see what I got. And we got Comathalis, we got Glacia, got some Immortals. Got Gorgatha, Chazka, Magma Dragon. Weapons, we can also... Weapons, you can use any weapon you want. So we're probably going to end up using Wand of Stars here. I should probably just... Not always, but... Put that on the team, just for now. So we got purple and brown. What would be good for that? I like Shoggoth. I can make a Shoggoth team. Atlanta's pretty good for low-level players. You could do like an Atlanta Black Manacles Leprechaun thing. That'd work for a while. Do I have Thrall? I probably have Thrall too. You could do Gargoyles. Gargoyles, we got them for a reason, you know? Could use those. So, our options for this account, you know, we could do like a Comathalis team. Could do a Glacia team, maybe. You would do like Leprechaun, Wanda Stars, and then that troop, and then maybe some other troop to help with damage. We could do Shoggoth team. I kind of want to do that. Double Shoggoth. I don't even have two, though. But like a double Shoggoth with Miraji Queen with like Wand would be good. But I'd have to invest in... I'd have to go get another Shoggoth or probably trade it and level it and stuff. Maybe I'll do the Atlanta thing. Nah, I should probably do Gargoyle. I already have Gargoyles. They're already... Like, if you have it, it's already leveled and already traded. Why not use it if... You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to do Gargoyles here. Because they're already leveled, they're already traded. I'm already using them this week. So let's do that. I already invested into these Gargoyles, so I might as well use them. And then, whenever you can use Leprechaun, you pretty much do. So let's get Leprechaun. So same with like Wanda Stars, Leprechaun. Those are good on almost any team. Let's go down to L. There he is. And we could do like this move. So we could do like that for real. Because this will still catch like 4 other colors. So why not let the Gargoyles have the red and the brown? The Leprechaun's an explode green. That'll be fine. The wand being down here to get all that green explosion and any other color that's not red or brown. So I think this, and plus these have like 50% skull reduction, 25% spell reduction. So I think this would be the order. And then you want to do probably Geomancer. So we can 50% start those Gargoyles. And then our banner would be probably just red and brown. And then minus a color like, you know, yellow or blue maybe, if we can. There's blue. Fine. Alright. Do one run through, one layer, and then you just do that 9 times. So it'll be a little bit redundant if I do the whole thing and I don't have time. But I'll try to finish it tonight. You see how they're just bang, they're both up. You know why? Because we have an explode potion and an enchant potion. You know, they're getting 50% started. Just like we haven't even started the fight yet. And look, our whole team is up. That just shows you how we're doing things right. If I was using like Comathalis or Glacia or some weird team, your troop, you would still have to, you'd be matching gems, it'd be taking forever, you'd be wondering why it's so slow. We did everything perfectly to where, look at our team, it's up right away. The 50% start, the horde level, the quality, the potions, the buying up in the shop, all that stuff adds up to, look at our team fully charged before we even make a move. Alright, we're going to do treasure multiplier order, so 1.3, 1.15, I'm going to go 1.3, it's higher. Okay, Gargoyle up. Gargoyle also explodes when you cast it, so it's nice. Let's do Leprechaun. Gargoyle. $1.3. A green, like 2-room, can never be higher than 1.2. Okay. Let's see if you have any extra turns. No. Leprechaun. Could wand too if you wanted to there. Got brown. There we got both gargoyles. They're pretty much dead. This is the time. This is a good time to use your gargoyles. Anytime there's like a brown or red restriction, especially in the underworld early game. On 1.25, those green rooms can't be higher than that. Some of the things a couple of the things I'm saying are like stuff you don't have to worry about. It's like more min-maxing, like treasure multiplier order and the thing where I'm saying like it can't be over 1.2, but eventually you'll learn. It'll just make things faster and stuff like that. Really, just make sure you do all the fights and get to level 90. And it's the important part is doing the event and doing it. Doing the event's the important part. I'm just min-maxing rewards. Alright, we got 2 green rooms now, so we got a 1.2 and a 1.15. So we're going to do the 1.2. It's higher. Right here. Min-max. I keep going Leprechaun, but I could do the wand. Because the wand would have a chance of getting an extra turn. Probably be doing wand. Alright, it's the only room we can do here. You don't want to accidentally do the boss room. Always do this room last after you do all the other rooms. So don't accidentally click this and do it, because then you go to the next layer, and you don't get to do these 3. But there could be a Vow Raven in here. There's extra treasure in here. You don't want to skip these. You want to do every room and then do the boss room. Sometimes the boss room will reveal, and you could do it, but you don't want to until you do the rest of the rooms first. Unless you're doing Purifaction or Deathless. That's way later, though. And in a different situation, kind of. Alright, so all we can do other than the boss room, so let's do it. Let's do this, because it has a chance at an extra turn. Like, Leprechaun doesn't really... Probably should be doing that. Oh, I missed a purple extra turn, but it's alright. You could take extra turns there if you wanted to get more gold. It's just a little bit, though. If I was really min-maxing, I should have done that. I'm just trying to get the thing over with here. See, right here, I could cast this, kill it, and the fight would be over. But if you want to, like, get... we got 35 out of 500 gold. Now we got 65. So that's what I was talking about, the last fight. It's like a 30 extra gold. Alright, boss fight. We'll get our chest after this, and we'll move to level 30, and we'll do it all over again. It'll just be a little bit harder. Dead. Done. See ya. Level 9. So if you don't do quality, you're going to get something like level 4, level 5, you're going to get less. So I got level 9 because of my qualities on 10. That's some gold. I should have been showing like how much gold and other resources you get per fight. But it is what it is. You get so much gold from doing these Tuesday faction events. Just to level 90, just the all rewards. You get like 200-something thousand gold. So that's going to pay us back from doing our horde level and quality a little bit. We probably spent like 400, 500,000 on our horde level and quality, but we're going to get half of it back just by doing the event. So it's something we needed to do anyway for our renown. And there we go, some shards, some ingots, some renown. See, we got to level 30 in obsidian depths, so we got some renown for obsidian depths and for overall. That's just part of the process. Part of how you get points for renown and stuff is, you know, doing the levels. So I'd just do that again. I'd do that again. I'd do all the fights. I'd do treasure multiplier order. I would kill the boss. I'd get the chest. And then we'd go to the next level. You got to go to level 90 to get all rewards. And then I'd probably still have sigils left over since I bought up in the shop. And I might go further just for my overall level on Obsidian Depths. And since I already purchased that, I might as well get some more out of it. Get some more gold and progress. But anyway, that's what's up. Between today and Saturday, I'm going to get all these faction quests done. And then we'll be completely out of the early game pretty much and into the early mid-game. So that'll be what's up for the next stream. And the Vault event and the new Mythic. So, and then the next Tuesday, we'll be doing that Tuesday faction event somehow, some way. I don't know how. I don't know like exactly how we're going to do it. Are we going to buy up to the weapon? Are we going to do our horde level and quality? Like, do we have enough gold and gems to be doing all that yet? We'll see. But we'll at least do our free battles and get some rewards and stuff. Alright. That's it for today. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel comment below. Maybe I'll you know, I don't got that many keys or I'd open keys. We already kind of did that. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you learned something. You know, put any questions in the comments. You know, I still look at the comments. Even when the stream's over, you can't make it to the stream or whatever, you couldn't be here to ask a question. You can ask a question in the comments and I'll still answer it. So you can still leave a super thanks if you want. But Kat kind of took care of that for today and that was nice. And Sana. So yeah, that's good. That's good. I appreciate it. Coming out of the woodwork, hitting a home run at the end. You know, 9th inning, 2 outs. And here comes Kat. Boom, hitting a home run. Really, really appreciate it. Helps a lot. Helps me and my family. Lights on, doors open. Keeping the channel going. Keeping it the way it is. So, appreciate it. But, I'll see y'all Friday for the main account. New Mythic, Vault event, main account Friday. And then the one after that will be Saturday. Back to this new account. See what the new account's doing with the Vault event and the new Mythic. And having all of its quests done and being out of the early game. So, thank you so much. See you then. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much, Kat.